Hey leaders, happy Friday. I hope that you all have been prospering in your purpose and dominating in your destiny. Welcome to another live that is focused on writing development. I hope that you all have been having an auspicious week. Welcome. Hey, Miss Cece. As you all are coming in, let me know in the comments where you are watching from. I would love to virtually meet you and greet you. Let me know what city, what state, what country you're watching me from. Good to see you, Miss Jones. I want to virtually meet you and greet you. And if you are watching the replay, you already know what to do. Go ahead and type hashtag replay in the comments and also let me know where you are watching from. And y'all, while you're typing in your city, your state, your country, I want you to go ahead, especially if you are on Facebook, go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and heart this video. It's going to bless you. It's going to give you some great information and some tips. And it's going to encourage you to finish writing your books or writing whatever it is that you are writing. Also, let me know in the comments, are you a person that is a blogger or do you desire to become an author? Type in the comments blogger or author. And if you're on Facebook and IG, I want you to also, while you're typing that, I want you to go ahead and share this video with your family and friends. There are so many people that need encouragement, especially before we get into 2024. They need some encouragement to stop sleeping on their writing gift. And so make sure that you are sharing this video with your family and friends. Good to see you coming in from San Francisco. Good to see you coming in from Atlanta. Good to see you, Aya, as well. Good to see you, Kavina. Let me know where you are watching me from as you are coming in. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to jump into this. I'm going to wait a little bit so I can get some more people in live while I'm about to do this. So just some fun facts about me. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Takumbo Okalaja. Some people call me Coach Takumbo. I'm the founder of Takumbo the Leader, where we help emerging leaders discover voice, identity, and purpose so that they can dominate in their destiny. I'm the founder of Write Your Book Academy, where we help people to write, self-publish, and market their books as well. And I'm also the founder of TTL Publishing, where we help people to actually publish their books. Fun fact about me, something that I'll tell you all before jumping into this, I am super obsessed with language, obsessed with words. I love rhetoric, and I'll tell you why. Something that happened for me was that when I was in college, even before college, I had always been taking honors classes, AP English classes, because I love reading. I'm a nerd. I love words. I love writing. That's been my thing since forever. And so when I was in college, I wanted to go to law school. And one of the things that my advisor told me was that I was going to actually be successful with my application to law school if I added a rhetoric minor, or if I took more English courses. And so let me tell you guys how God is so funny. Type in the comments, God is funny. Sometimes he's funny. And so one thing that happened to me was that I found out my junior year that I was not going to college. And let me know, good to see you, Miss Colleen from San Francisco. Let me know if you can hear me on Facebook very well. One of the things that happened for me was that I ended up becoming a teacher, and I ended up teaching English. And instead of using those courses that I thought were going to be for me getting into law school, instead of getting that rhetoric minor to go to law school, I ended up becoming an English teacher. And so I took all those English classes thinking like, oh, I'm about to apply to law school and I'm in there. And that's how it happened. And so and so I ended up teaching writing for 7 years. And so I am elated that I get to continue to coach the next generation of authors, and I get to coach people to write books that will leave a honorable legacy in the earth realm. And so I am elated to jump on here to give you all some more tips. Thank you so much, Miss Cortez. And so I'm elated to jump on here to give you all some more tips, because some people usually ask this question, is what they're writing a book or is what they're writing a blog post? And so I'm going to give you some hints as to whether or not you are writing a book or a blog post. Type connection in the comments if this resonates with you. You all know those individuals that write these long, long, long status updates. And sometimes I'm like, okay, maybe you should write a book or a blog post. Here's the thing about a blog post. A blog post is an article, and typically it's going to be about 250 words. And so it's going to be about 1 page, or I mean, it could be 1.5 pages, depending upon how much information you want to share with your audience. And so you get to decide, okay, do I have enough information to fit a book, or do I just want to shorten this or believe this into a blog post? And so I tell people this, I'm giving you guys some secret tips here, but one of the things that I tell people, especially my writers, one of the easiest things for you to do that's going to be easier for you to translate into a blog is if you have the book first. So if you have the book first, you can actually take out chapters of your book and shorten your chapters to make it an article and give people a preview of your book before they decide that they want to digest the entire book. And so it's going to be in your best interest to actually end up writing the book out first, doing the harder work first, because it is longer. So there are benefits to writing the book first, or there's benefits to writing a blog post first. But one of the things about writing the book first is I know that it's going to be longer, but you're going to have ample content if you want to differentiate your content as a speaker, as a content creator. It's going to be in your best interest to just go ahead and take out chapters of your book and introduce yourself to your audience in that way, especially if people are not used to your voice, they're not used to your style of writing. It's going to be in your best interest to do that. There are some people who end up turning their blog posts, because they write several of them and they see that they have a trending topic and they can fit into a book. They end up writing a book based off of their blog. But I want to advise you, and I want to admonish you or encourage you, that if you are doing this, make sure that when you are putting it in a book, it doesn't read like an article. Lots of us have read these types of books where sometimes it reads like an article and it does not actually read as if I'm reading a book. It just reads like you just threw a bunch of points together, quick tips together, and it's not a book. It doesn't have any sustenance, because when people pick up a book, they want to get some meat, they want to get some sustenance. Type that's me if that's you. When you read a book, you want to get more information, you want to dive deeper into this specific topic, you want to learn more, you want to grow, and you want to be expanded as you are reading this particular book on this particular topic. Type that's me if that's you. So I'm going to give you some ways, some indicators for you to know that what you are writing is either a book or a blog. So for me, I want you to write the book, right? And so number one, type in the comments expertise. You know that you have a book inside of you if you are writing out this blog, because sometimes this happens to me. I'll just start writing something and I think I'm just writing something short, and something comes to my mind saying, okay, go ahead and write this book. All right, I see you, Ayera, that's you. And so your expertise is going to give you an indicator that you should write this book. What do I mean by your expertise? You have studied this topic, you have experience in this topic, you have ample information on this topic, you are passionate, you are obsessed. I have several books written on my computer about leadership because I am obsessed with leadership, hence my tagline, Takumbo the Leader, hence the company's name, Takumbo the Leader. I have an obsession with leadership. I've been studying it as a discipline since I was in the 10th grade. Literally took a class called leadership. And so you need to think about, do I have ample information on this topic? Because then that's going to lead into my next point here, which is enough pages. Type in the comments, enough pages. I tell people this, that if you have at least 40 to 50 pages typed up on a Word document or a Google Doc, I'm just using that as my standard barometer here. If you have 40 to 50 pages that you can type up on a Google Doc or a Word document, then you can possibly turn your blog idea into a book. Why am I saying 40 to 50 pages? In a standard publishing, one page is 250 pages. So I'm giving you guys all these publishing tips before you get into your publishing process. And so how it looks on the computer, how it looks on a Word document or on Google Docs is not going to be synonymous with how it's going to look when your book actually gets printed. You see what I'm saying? And so if you have the ability to write 40 to 50 pages, If you have the ability, you're passionate, you have a desire, you have a hunger, and you are like, you're just pouring out this information. And I told people this, that some of us are in a season of pouring where you could just keep going on and on and on about this topic. Then you are going to think about writing a book. There's sometimes where we are writing blog posts and we can write a series and we're like, okay, or we write certain things and they can actually go into a chapter of a book. So sometimes I will write a short blog post about creative writing, but I don't want to write a whole big book about creative writing. And so I have chapters in some of my books on creativity. So I have a Healing Through Writing book where one section is just about creative writing, and I didn't make a big book about it, but I did blog about it before. Do you guys see what I'm saying here? And so you're going to increase your content if you actually end up writing the book first, because you can pull from that book and differentiate your content. And then number 3, so I'm only giving you 3 ways. Number 3, you know that you have an ability to write a book because you have personal anecdotes. You have personal life lessons. Anecdotes are short stories. There's one book that I'm writing right now, and I hope that it's going to get published next year. Some of my students are watching me right now, and they're like, this lady, because I have a lot of books, and I just don't, if I'm not going to invest my time into marketing the book, then I won't publish it. That's another tip. And so one of the things that I do is I write books about leadership. And so there's one book that I have coming out, and I did not even know I could write this much information, but I realized because I have personal anecdotes, type in the comments, personal anecdotes, personal information, life lessons. Because I have personal information, because life taught me some lessons, I was able to write this particular book, and I was able to extend this information. I think on Word doc, it ended up being about 83 pages, which is going to end up being longer in an actual book because I had personal stories to tell people. And a lot of individuals, when I let people review my books, they tell me, oh, I would like to know more information about you, or how did this content impact your own life? And so you will know that you have a book inside of you, and you can extend the story. Type in the comments, extend the story, because you're able to add personal information. You have short stories. Maybe you even have short stories from other people's lives that you have gathered. Maybe you have heard other people give you wisdom and information on this topic. And so now you are able to compile those things together and put that in an actual manuscript. And so number 1, you know that you have a book inside of you because you have expertise on this specific topic. You are an expert in this field. Number 2, you have at least 40 to 50 pages that you can write on a Google Doc or a Word document. Number 3, you have personal anecdotes or personal short stories that can go within this book. And so when you're bringing up certain examples, you have an ability to share with people your personal story, a personal narrative, an anecdote, whether it even be from your own life or maybe from other people's lives, because you are a person that has studied this topic, you have researched this topic, you have gathered ample information on this specific topic. And so now you have enough wisdom, you have enough insight to be able to share wisdom with your audience that you are called to. And so I want to encourage you to definitely, if you have the ability, to start off with the harder thing first, because in the long run, it's going to be easier for you to shorten your blog post. It's going to be easier for you to take out information and shorten it while you are trying to create blog posts. If you desire to even get into blogging, if you desire to get into writing short articles, I want to invite you all. Let me know if you have any questions while you are listening on Facebook and on IG. I want to invite you all to our Write Your Devotional webinar. If you're listening in on IG, go to my bio really quickly, sign up for our Write Your Devotional webinar. It is going to be a 3-day webinar. It's a morning and night sessions. You're going to have 6 sessions where I'm going to give you all a blueprint, a strategy, a map on how to be able to write your devotional in 30 days or less. I believe that if you are clear about your message, if you understand what you are called to talk about, if you understand your audience, good to see you, Miss Hope, if you understand your audience and you're passionate about this subject, then you should at least take 30 days or less to write out your devotional. And so many times what I see with writers, it's not that you don't have the talent, it's not that you don't have the information, it's really a matter of you need strategy and you need to know how to put your wisdom into a container. You need to know how to organize your writing because your readers need to know how to easily navigate through your manuscript. And so what I do for people, because I know that brilliant writers come to me, I know that creative writers come to me, what I do is I just give you a blueprint. I give you a strategy. I show you how to organize your writing so that it can be palatable, so that it can be received by the people that you are called to lead or the people that you are called to impact. And so I'm going to give you a strategy. I'm going to give you a blueprint. I'm going to give you the map. We're going to give you some encouragement. We're going to pray in the morning. We're going to decree things. We're going to release some information. And then at night, we're going to give you practical information, type practical wisdom. We're going to give you practical tips. These are some of the tips that I coach people on, coach writers on. So I'm going to give you practical information so that you can get those devotionals completed, so that you can follow through on your writing assignment in 2024 and beyond. These tips, you're going to be able to use them from after the webinar. I use these tips when I'm writing a creative writing, or when I'm doing a devotional, or when I'm doing a workbook. I use these specific tips. And so I want you to get in on this. I want you to get the workbook as well, because the workbook is going to help you to organize your thoughts. Some of us as creative, we have so many competing thoughts. You are inundated with so many thoughts. And so what I love to do is I love to take those creatives and I love to help you with organizing those thoughts so that you are no longer frustrated. And a lot of you are frustrated right now because you have not released this information. And so I would that you would come to the devotional webinar so that we can coach you and encourage you on how to release this information in a way that you can get this out to your audience, in a way that you can get this out to the people that you are called to. And so sign up for that. It's in the comments on Facebook and it's in my bio on IG. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. I would love to answer them. We're going to take 3 days to do this, so I would love for you to join us. I'm excited about this webinar. It's one of my favorite webinars to teach because it's just practical information. And me, I don't like to get on things. I don't like to show up to classes unless I'm about to give you something that you can utilize after the teaching. And so if you're not going to use this information afterwards, there'll be no point for me to teach, but you're going to use this information afterwards. You're going to be more confident after you leave this webinar. You're going to have more bravery. You're going to be intrepid about using your writing gift after we are done with this webinar. You're going to unlock your roar. You're going to unlock your prophetic scribe gift, and you're going to unlock your devotional and unlock your creativity during these 3 days. That's what we're focusing on. We're focusing on unlocking our prophetic scribe gift on day one. Prophet Ricky Holloway is going to come in. We're going to activate prophetic scribes. We're going to decree and declare some things, and we're going to teach you all about what it means to be a prophetic scribe. Night one, we're going to talk about narrowing our topic. We're going to talk about how to find our expertise. And I have Coach Tanika Maria coming in, and she's going to share with us how she was able to narrow down her topic and how she was able to confidently write about something that was painful in her past. And so on day two, we're going to talk about unlocking our roar. We're going to increase your confidence. We hope that your confidence is going to be increased with these declarations and the things that we're going to coach you on. We hope that you're going to be confident about using your writing gift after day two. We're going to talk about in night two, organizing your devotional, how to have an organized manuscript. And so I'm going to show you the organization of a devotional. And then day three, we're going to talk about unlocking our creativity. And so we're going to begin to decree and declare that your creative intelligence is going to be increased. We are going to decree and declare that you're going to receive innovation. Your devotional is not going to be like everyone else's devotional because there's something unique about you. You have idiosyncrasies about you that God wants to express in the earth realm. And so we're going to talk about that. And then night three, we have Coach Jamal Miller coming in, and we're going to help you all to unlock your creativity when it comes to your devotional. We're going to release strategies, some different creative writing tips that I wasn't able to expound on live this past week. And so I'm going to do a deep dive analysis in that during the devotional webinar. So make sure that you join us, sign up, tell a friend, it's free. And this will be the only time in 2024 that we're offering the devotional webinar for free. Again, it's my favorite class, but it's actually one of our classes that we do a lot of work on because it's very strategic. And so I'm excited about the authors that are coming, these individuals that are on this platform or on the that are going to be teaching, they also have multiple books inside of, excuse me, they have multiple books that they have published. And so I want you all to be encouraged by them, and I want them to be able to share their expertise as well as to how they were able to finish publishing their books as well. All right, I'm excited to see you all. I want you all to have a great rest of your Friday. I'm going to leave a legacy in writing with you all later, and love you like a leader. Have a great rest of your Friday. Bye.